everyone, Crafting Vicky here with you, and I had to do a voiceover of this video because it didn't, the audio didn't work out for me. So this is a lot harder to do. I'm presenting the image that I'm using, which is the East Wind image, and I decided to do a journaling out of my big box with this image because I just love cats and I thought she really represented me well. And I will be putting down in the description box below the link to the East Wind, so you can go and shop and find that cute image. So I had colored her with Copics, and I found a sentiment that fit with that. I had some leftover cardboard from God knows what. I think it's a box that I had received or something like that. And anyway, as you know me, I like to save everything, so I decided to use that as a base. It was already nice, and I didn't have to sand it out because it wasn't a cereal box. There was no shiny side to it. So I'm painting in the colors of pinks and some lavender, lilac, lavender, that sort of color. And I had a bunch of different leftover pieces in my stash, and that's what I decided to use for this project. I'm trying to use up as much scrap as I have. It's not always easy, but if I can use up scrap, that's what I think is the best. Here I'm also using an envelope. It's in the gray colors, and I thought that was really fitting with the fact that the cat was colored in gray, and I wanted to bring some of that back. Right now it's pretty eclectic. The different papers are just a mismatch of different things, but I really like how it ended up turning. I love tearing paper as well. It's something that's, I don't know, therapeutic, I would say, to just tear paper. And I'm using book page. I just can't seem to help myself. I just need to use book page. It's something, to me, it's almost like a must, if I can anyway. As you can see, what I use to do this is gloss medium. It's the Liquitex, and it's also a varnish. I love that stuff. When I actually use it, like I did here, I can actually go back and erase stuff if I mess up. Whereas in some other cases, when I forget to do that, then when I come to use a baby wipe or whatever, I'm removing other stuff that I don't want to remove. Here I'm using some water to dilute the paint. I really wanted just a wash to kind of bring everything back a bit and make it more uniform, because it's such a mishmash of different papers that have not been meant to go with one another. I wanted to kind of tie it in together. And then I put a bit of the lavender slash lilac color, and I just wanted a few accents of it, so I brushed it on one of the sides, a bit at the bottom and a bit at the top again, just to have a bit of other color interest on the piece. I didn't want to have too much of it because I didn't want to cover totally the paper, but like I said, just a tad more interest and dimension to this. And then I thought that it'd be nice if I could do some stamping, and I didn't want to use the regular silicone that I use usually. I haven't been using my stamp a lot, so I thought that was going to be a great opportunity to do some of that. I wasn't quite sure which one I was going to choose, but in the end I decided to go with one that's kind of numbers. That's the one that I'm using right now, and so I stamped a few of that. And then I decided to go with one of my favorites, which is actually it's kind of circles and all scribbled up. It's doodling, but I don't know, I don't doodle a lot, so using a stamp kind of makes me feel more secure about using this. So, because I kind of know how it's going to turn out, compared to me doodling, because I could do a doodle like that, but yeah, it wouldn't come out the same, and I just like the way of the stamp. So I'm putting it out of the page as well as on it, and just having fun with it. I like to put my stuff away right away, because otherwise I tend to lose parts, and that's not cool. So then I decided that I would do the edge right now, because this way at least the edge are done before I put in the final image, and there's less chance of me messing it up and actually putting some black on the image as well as on the sentiment. So that's why I'm putting the Faber-Castell Pitt pen all around. That's one of my must things to do, is to edge everything. I just like the way that it looks once it's done. I kind of think it makes the piece more finished. And then I'm drying it off, because as you know, Pitt pen is permanent, but when it's not dried yet, you can still move it, and obviously I don't want to put it all over my fingers. So then, in order to make sure that it's sealed and doesn't mess up my image, I'm actually sealing it with the varnish and gloss medium. And then, since I was playing with that, I figured, well, I might as well just put in the sentiment as well as the image, and then they would be glued at the same time. And because I had played with it, I could see that I wasn't dragging any color. But not to take any chance, I did the back of the image first, because I've done that, mess up my images, and that's very sad when that happens. At least it's a piece for me, so it's not that bad, but still. So that is what I made. I hope that it inspires you to try to do something like that. It's a fast little make, and as you know, I love my journaling out of the box, so hope you like it too. Hope you come back next week for some more, and hope you go and check out the East Wind. You will love the images. So please give me a thumbs up if you like this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave comments. I just love reading them. Thank you so much, folks. Bye.